Morning. Don't know where you are, but where I am, it's early, the world's still stretching, the coffee's hot, and the signals are already coming in. Let's take a look before the day starts making demands. This is Signal Check with Adrian North. Sunday morning, the kind of quiet where you can actually think before the noise rushes in. Coffee's brewing, screens are dim, and today's signals, well, they're already piling up. Let's see what's worth paying attention to before the world starts tugging at your attention. This is Signal Check with Adrian North. GitHub just gave NPM maintainers a new set of keys to the castle. Two-factor authentication is now required before you can publish packages, and maintainers can explicitly approve releases before they go live. It's a direct response to supply chain attacks, the kind where one compromised package poisons 1,000 projects downstream. The move makes sense. NIM is the circulatory system of JavaScript development, and it's been a target for years. Now, before a package hits the public registry, there's a checkpoint, a human decision. It's friction, sure, but the intentional kind, the kind that might actually stop something bad before it spreads. In a world where dependencies cascade and trust is assumed, this is a step toward making that trust earned. And every has to go through certains in order to break into a security agency just had an embarrassing weekend. A CISA contractor was running a public GitHub repository that exposed credentials to multiple AskGovCloud accounts, highly privileged accounts, the kind that run critical government infrastructure. This wasn't a sophisticated breach. It was keys sitting in plain sight on the internet. Until this past weekend, apparently no one noticed. The irony here is hard to miss. CISA's entire mission is to help secure the nation's infrastructure, and a contractor for the agency left the digital equivalent of a master key under the doormat. And it's a reminder that security isn't just about the big threats. Sometimes it's about checking the basics over and over again. If you've ever worried about someone targeting your phone, really targeting it with spyware designed to break in and stay hidden, Apple, Meta, and Google now offer something that might help. They're calling them security modes or lockdown features, and they're designed to harden your device against sophisticated attacks, the kind governments and hackers use. These modes limit functionality. No link previews, no unsolicited invites, restricted web browsing. It's a stripped-down experience, but that's the point. Fewer surfaces to attack. The trade-off is convenience. You lose some of the seamlessness that makes these devices feel magical. But if you're a journalist, an activist, or someone who genuinely thinks they might be a target, it's worth knowing these exist and how to turn them on. Adidas built a performance suit they say makes you run faster. When they showed it to some of the world's best marathoners in Kenya last summer, the runners laughed. Not politely, laughed. The suit is engineered to reduce drag and optimize biomechanics, the kind of marginal gains that matter at the elite level. But here's the thing, the best marathoners in the world aren't sure they want it. Part of it's tradition, part of it's feel. And part of it might be that when you're already that fast, the last thing you trust is something that changes your rhythm. It's a strange moment. Technology promises an edge, and the people it's designed for say, maybe not. It raises a question worth sitting with. At what point does optimization become interference? The TSA confirmed this week that its policy on medical cannabis hasn't changed, which somehow managed to create more confusion, not less. Passengers across New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, and Miami are shelling up at airports with medical cannabis, assuming new state laws mean it's fine to fly. It's not. Federal law still applies in airports, and TSA officers are federal employees. The result? Delays, missed flights, and a lot of very surprised travelers. The disconnect here is real. States are legalizing, dispensaries are everywhere, but the moment you step into an airport, different rules. It's a policy collision, and right now passengers are caught in the middle. If you're traveling, just assume the airport lives in a different legal universe. because it does. And finally, the Ebola outbreak that started earlier this year is now the third largest on record and spreading rapidly. There have been nearly 750 cases and 177 deaths so far. The World Health Organization has raised the risk level. Ebola is one of those diseases that moves fast once it gets going, and containment depends on speed, resources, and infrastructure. Right now, all three are being tested. This isn't the first time we've seen an outbreak spiral, and it probably won't be the last. But it's a reminder that some threats don't wait for us to be ready. They move, and we respond. Or we don't. That's Signal Check for today. Close the tabs, step outside. The day's waiting. We'll talk again next time.